रामं लक्ष्मणपूर्वजं रघुवरं सीतापतिं सुन्दरं काकुत्स्थं करुणार्णवं गुणनिधिं विप्रप्रियं धार्मिकम् राजेन्द्रं सत्यसन्धं दशरथनयनं श्यामलं शान्तमूर्तिं वन्दे लोकाभिरामं रघुकुलतिलकं राघवं रावणारिम् रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः। श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्रीराम राम शरणं भव राम राम। श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणो मनसा स्मरामि श्रीरामचन्द्रो शरणो वचसा गृह्णामि श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणो शिरसा नमामि श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणो शरणं प्रपद्ये। माता रामो मत्पिता रामचन्द्रः स्वामी रामो मत्सखा रामचन्द्रः सर्वस्य मे रामचन्द्रो दयालु नान्यं जाने नैव जाने न जाने। दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे च जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्। लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरं तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये। मनोजवं मारुतितुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। आपादं अपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। भर्जनं भवबीजानामर्जनं सुखसम्पदां तर्जनं यमदूतानां राम रामेति गर्जनं तर्जनं यमदूतानां राम रामेति गर्जनं। राम रामेति रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनामतत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने। Hare Krishna. When the Lord jumps from Sri Vaikunta into this material world, taking different forms, then it is said avatara. When we from this material world go up toward the spiritual world, then we are called bhavataras. But for us to return back to the spiritual world, some of our mind needs to change from what we are thinking great about this material world. Unless there is a change of heart happens, we are not going to step forward, show interest in returning back home back to Godhead. Ramayana took birth due to change of someone's mind. Kaikeyi, who never saw any difference between her son Bharata and Rama, Rameva Bharatevaham Vishesham Nopalakshaye. I do not see any difference between Rama and my son Bharata. I am so very happy that Rama is being appointed to be the next king. But her love and affection towards Rama faded away pretty soon because of the influence made by Manthara, Kaikeyi's maidservant. When Dasaratha Maharaj informed Rama that he is going to be appointed as the next king, did not show any great emotions. He simply accepted. When he was called for the second time and was told by Kaikeyi as a message from Dasaratha that Bharata needs to become the next king and Rama should enter the forest for 14 years. Rama, who did not show much emotions when Dasaratha informed the first time, now he became like a blossomed flower hearing this news that his brother to be the next king, and he didn't show much of emotions to enter into the forest. And Rama said to Kaikeyi, this message doesn't need to come from Dasaratha. Even if you had told this, I would have happily accepted it. After this, he went to his mother, shared the message, and then he went to his place where Mother Sita was there, and he shared the same message, saying, I am leaving to forest for 14 years. You serve the family, take care of the parents and my brothers, Bharata and Shatrughna. I will be back. But Mother Sita insisted that she will also join Lord Ramachandra into the forest. But Rama explained the life in forest is going to be hellish. But Mother Sita in response said, if you're not there with me, even Ayodhya is hellish. But even the hell becomes heaven when you are with me. Therefore, I will join you. Rama agreed, and then even Lakshmana convinced his brother. When Lakshmana went to his mother, Sumitra, to convey the message that he is going to go to the forest, unlike Kausalya, who became worried and upset, Sumitra was joyful. She said, Ramam Dasaratham Viddi, Mam Viddi Janakatmajam, Ayodhyam Atavam Viddi, Gaccha Tata Yata Sukham. The purpose of giving birth to you becoming of use now. Know that Rama to be Dasaratha. Look Sita as myself, your mother. Consider the forest to be Ayodhya. Depart happily in the service of your brother. Then they three leave Ayodhya, entering into the forest. They go to Sringabheripuram, where they meet Guha. Tatra Raja Guha Nama Ramasya Atmasama Sakaha. Valmiki says that there was a king by name Guha who was Rama's friend, dear to him as his own life. Guha becomes very happy to see Rama, and he invited him to stay there and gave him some fruits. The first time, the Lord did not accept the offerings. Interestingly, when Shabari gave for the first time, the Lord accepted. One may think that the Lord is partial or has some soft corner towards women. The fact is that Shabari was instructed by her Guru to serve Lord Rama, whereas Guha's offering was direct without a connection to a Guru. That's the reason Lord Ramachandra did not accept for the first time. From there, they left to Bharadwaja ashram, and then from there, under the recommendation of Bharadwaja Muni, they took residence in Chitrakuta. After that, Lord Ramachandra instructed Sumantra, his minister, to return back to Ayodhya. With heavy heart, Sumantra returned to Ayodhya. He met King Dasaratha to share the information. Seeing Sumantra, Dasaratha asked, "Is there any message from my son?" Sumantra said, "Yes. He offered his obeisances to you and told that not to be concerned about him and he will be all right." And Dasaratha asked, "What did my daughter-in-law, Sita, say?" And Sumantra said she didn't have any words to say, but was just weeping, seeing her husband's condition. Then Dasaratha asked, "What did Lakshmana say?" Sumantra was hesitant to convey the message, but Dasaratha insisted that he needs to share what Lakshmana said. Then he said, "Aham twan maharaje pitritva nopalakshaye bhrata bharta cha bandhu cha pita cha mama ragavaha." Please go and tell to King Dasaratha that I do not consider him to be my father. My father is Rama. My brother Rama is my Lord, is my relative, is my everything. When Dasaratha heard this one, he became very joyful. He said, "He is greater than Rama." After this, unable to bear the separation of his son Rama, King Dasaratha left his body. When Bharata returned to Ayodhya, he had a very unpleasant welcome. After meeting with his mother Kaikeyi, then he goes to Kausalya's palace. Kausalya says, "Be happy with the kingdom. My son is gone now." Bharata, unable to bear the words from Kausalya, makes promises that let these sins come upon me if I had any part in Kaikeyi's plan, or if I had any interest in the kingdom. He said, "Let me get the sin of one who mistreats or kills the cow. Let me get the sin of ungrateful person. Let me get the sin of those children who fail to serve their parents and God. Let me get the sin of those who break their promise. Let me get the sin of those who are involved in bad habits. Let me get the sin of partaking food that is not offered to God. Let me get the sin of those who disrespect gurus and elders. Let me get the sin of those who enjoys and eats food without sharing with others. Let me get the sin of those who doesn't follow the dharma. Let me get the sin of those who speak harsh words, unpleasant words, and who are unclean. Let me get the sin of those who enjoy the dispute of two parties. Let me get the sin of those who doesn't do any charity. Let me get the sin of those who pollute the water, drinking water. Let me get the sin of those who deceives their friends. Let me get the sin of those who swindles public money for personal use. Let me get the sin of those who kill aged, children, or a woman. Let me get the sin of those who sleep during daytime and evenings. Let me get the sin of those who are untruthful to one's spouse." Saying these words, Bharata collapsed down. Kausalya lifting Bharata, stating, "Bharata, you are faultless." One of the reasons that he got this name Bharata, because he was loaded with complaints and criticism by many, Kausalya, Guha, Bharadwaja, and even Lakshmana himself. Irrespective of this, he never gave up his love and affection towards his brother Ramachandra, because for him that relationship matters, nothing else. When we keep relationship as our priority with our beloved ones, friends, anyone, then the rest of the pitfalls that we may find in the relationship may not take the form of a monster. Ramayana is not just a novel or a bedtime story. It has lifetime message for us to apply in our life. How a teacher should be, how a student should be, how a father should be, a son, a daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, a friend, an enemy. It's all about a relationship. By studying Ramayana, one of the things we can learn is to build a strong relationship with people around us, especially with those who plays major role in our life. Thank you. Hare Krishna.